a second, y'all, I need y'all to listen. There's something serious going on that you're missing. Some will accept what I say, some dismiss it. I'm talking about the gift of salvation really given. He's living, walked on this earth, set free, nailed to the cross, shed the blood for you and me. He arose from the grave and he conquered death. Gave us the Holy Spirit on the day he left. He shed his blood for each and every one of our sins. Not worthy of his grace, where should I begin? Don't worry about a thing, I keep my faith in him. Renew my mind, take a look at where I've been. I'm a sinner and straight up lost since day one. God loves us and gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have life everlasting.
Your color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, law so matter. Color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, law so matter.
I don't think you understand the severity in this, so I'ma speak clearly so that you don't miss the opportunity to get saved, cause time's close. You know deep down God loves you the most, but Satan got tricks and traps in place to catch you, to keep you from God's face. Got you all out of sorts and acting all crazy, child of the devil like Rosemary's Baby. I see you tearing down statues and burning down buildings, but I'ma keep it real, we ain't all God's children, cause some don't like the Bible and some be God hating. See, I'm a child of God, but your father is Satan. God's waiting for you to change your ways and repent of your sins. Do it now so you won't regret not doing it today, because heaven you'll be missing and end up in hell because you don't listen.
Your color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, lost souls matter. Color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, lost souls matter. Color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, lost souls matter. Color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, lost souls matter. Color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, lost souls matter. Color don't matter no way, cause you're going to hell if you ain't saved. I don't wanna hear no more of it, I'm tired of the chatter. It ain't about black and white, lost souls matter.
Have an obligation to yourselves, to your families, and quite frankly, I don't want to be criticized for this, to your country. Get vaccinated now, it's free, it's convenient. I promise you, it saves lives. And I honest to God believe it's your patriotic duty.
Mass psychosis, hypnosis, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Told you this, reminisce, think about it, research it for yourself. Highly doubt it. Followers of sheep herders, stay compliant to your masters. Lead you by your nose to disaster. Pedal to the metal as they plan moves faster. Hypnotize television news spellcaster. I'm a blessed this to your brain cells. Fill your head up when not until it makes your head swell. You took the wrong pill, now you're falling down the track. It's a rap cause you believed in all they bull crap. Spider web, black widow type, just as dangerous as the snake bite. Poisonous venom creeping through your veins, ready to attack your DNA and there ain't no going back. 6-foot killer, high cases quoting, scaring you into taking 8 potions. A killing in dialectic, blending motion. Said this was gonna happen, I ain't gloating. I'm trying to warn you, keep it safe, but all I get is scared out my face. Taking up a space, warrior for God, sounding alarms, but I'm prepared if I gotta take up arms. Shut your brains off, get your snake bite. Do what you're told, boy, you better act right. We're here to help, so you shouldn't put up a fight. Prepping you to bow down to the false light. Shut your brains off, get your snake bite. Do what you're told, boy, you better act right. We're here to help, so you shouldn't put up a fight. Prepping you to bow down to the false light. Let me make this clear, what you gonna hear. Boosters every 3 months of the year. Remdesivir, killing patients. Drug dealers, rulers over nations. True story, man, when you gonna get a clue? Do what they say, don't do what they do. Rules for thee, not for me, that's their war cry. Keep your mask on outside, you will save lives. No surprise when their lives break down unstable. They're not built on solid ground. Jesus the rock, I keep my faith in Christ. Not the snake bite, Dr. Fauci's all hype. Dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. Ninja fist, brush your head, make you think right. Blind to the things of this world, you need sight. Cognitive dissonance makes you wanna fight. Black goo coming through, third man DNA. Bible prophecy, moving fast our way. Worshipping other beasts, already doing this madness. Take his mark from it with gladness. Enough of this crap, I done had it. See you with that mask on your face, I wanna grab it and trash it. Tragic, how they make you follow like blind mice. You be on your knees praying to the Antichrist. Shut your brains off, get your snake bite. Do what you're told, boy, you better act right. We're here to help, so you shouldn't put up a fight. Prepping you to bow down to the false light. Shut your brains off, get your snake bite. Do what you're told, boy, you better act right. We're here to help, so you shouldn't put up a fight. Prepping you to bow down to the false light. Shut your brains off, get your snake bite. Do what you're told, boy, you better act right. We're here to help, so you shouldn't put up a fight. Prepping you to bow down to the false light. Shut your brains off, get your snake bite. Do what you're told, boy, you better act right. We're here to help, so you shouldn't put up a fight. Prepping you to bow down to the false light.
First of all, don't you think if we keep this up, it's almost certain one of us is gonna die? One of us? Yes. There's no reason we should kill each other. That's the only sensible answer, isn't it? Answer this.
Ninja, 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 ninja. Ninja, 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 ninja.
Hello, I have to change my background. So, Shawn, why don't you talk a little bit about outer space and how much you like?
Well, let me get done talking to my friends here. I'm from Africa. As you can see, I have a dashiki on, kind of. And behind me are my friends. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, I'm talking to my friends.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to trying to
I
I'm
know.
trying to figure out how to change my background, so just keep
I know
talking.
what you're doing. I'm talking to my friends.
Thought you were talking to me.
No, my friends. Damn, here. Where are they? Here. See this guy? That's my friend. And see this. This is my future wife.
Her hair is lovely.
Oh, I love her hair. It's so fantastic. And this guy here, where's he at? Over here. If I can get to my right way, here he is, him. This guy here, he is her brother. His name is Samson. And I am Wallen. From Africa.
Okay.
It is Black History Month. Yes, it is the start of Black History Month, and I am wearing what I would like to call it the shiki here.
Look
and
behind me.
Huh? Look at you are in outer space.
No, I'm circling the Earth.
You are circling the Earth along with
globe.
me. You are going 17,000 miles an hour.
Can't you tell? Look how fast I'm going, you guys.
17,000 miles an hour.
I am. Wow, the Earth spins 1,000 miles an hour. So I must actually be going 18,000 miles an hour because the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour.
I have one problem.
Okay.
Your Earth is spinning east to west.
Oh no, is it wrong?
I think it's going the wrong way.
Oh no, I am a satellite, says Donovan. Hi Linda, hi Donovan, hi Tall Cigars and Lucy and Duke. Welcome everyone, yay, thanks for being here. We're in outer space. And I'm sorry, I interrupted you about your dashiki. Go on.
That's all right. I don't know what I was going to say.
Should I put name tags up for the people? Today? Should I put name tags up for the people behind you? Who did we have here?
This is Samson. Wait a minute. Samson.
Okay. There we go.
Hanu.
Hanu. How do I spell that?
Well, just think of it. It's very creative.
Hanu.
Yes.
There we go. I like this.
And
your,
Jill.
And Jill, your soon-to-be wife.
Yes. That is exactly how you spell Hanu. You did good. You did that so well. You're such a wise one.
Now it's going to look like you're Jill, but I'll put it
Well, I
small.
am Jill inside.
There. Shawn is the main Shawn. We got
Hanu,
Jill, and Samson. And I am a satellite. So I'm going to change mine to satellite. There.
Okay. Satellite.
Donovan says Jill is not a looker. Uh-oh.
I can't. It's not about looks for me. I want to look on the inside of the woman. I look at the inside of people, not on the outside of them.
She is on the IS. Look at her hair. Come on.
Look at how beautiful. I will move out of the way so you can see Jill.
She doesn't look like she's wearing lines and stuff. You know, she doesn't look stiff and like where she's got to keep her arms in a certain way and she can't. You know, she looks like none of them look like they're wearing wires.
Well, why would they be wearing wires? I'm not wearing any wires. I'm with them on the space station.
Yeah. You are. They're frozen in time. How did you do that? How did you freeze them?
I'm from Africa, Wakanda, and I have special gifts from my king.
That doesn't look like a real dashiki. I think you're trying to fool us.
It's not the dashiki. It's a dashiki.
Dushiki.
This is a dushiki. This is actually not the dashiki at all. It is pretend dashiki.
You were supposed to go buy one, and we were going to be on the ISS with your real African attire because you're from Africa, and it's Black History Month. That's why.
This is Black History attire.
We all need to be telling Shawn Happy Black History Month.
Yes, and you all should be bowing down to me. I am your king.
Only during this month, though.
Only on this 28 days. I am your king here. Bow to me, worship me.
Well, give us an
Lord.
update. Give us an update on the ISS. What is going on up there right now?
We are doing scientific experiments all along on the side here. You can see science. And on the side here, there's science. And back there, there's science. And we are just doing science. Because that's what we do.
Are you not worried about COVID up there?
COVID does not exist in a vacuum. If you want to get rid of COVID, you get a vacuum.
That's amazing. Oh, good.
That is the vacuum.
That was my satellite wing just broke off. I might have to go check on it. Hold on.
We'll check on that, and I will talk more about the vacuum.
I'm floating.
She really is floating out of here, and I will sit here and talk about the vacuum while she floats around fixing the satellite wing. She had to do a spacewalk. Are you doing your spacewalk?
I'm on a spacewalk. Yes, I'm fixing my satellite wing.
We only go on spacewalks when we have to go on spacewalks. But if we don't have to go on spacewalks, we don't go on spacewalks.
Whoa!
You're back.
It was very unsafe out there. You know, I don't have to wear a spacesuit because I'm at a level where the atmosphere is still a little bit of oxygen.
I think it's because you are the satellite.
I am the satellite. That's right. That's why I don't have to wear a spacesuit.
Your name is Satellite.
I'm actually an AI. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Okay, I have no knowledge of that.
You don't know what AI is?
What is that you are doing there?
It is robot movements.
It is a movement of a robot.
I am moving in space. I am satellite.
Look as deep as my bride Jill. Jill's hair only stands up in the outside of the spaceship here, but she does not stand up if she was to flip upside down. No. I know not of what you do there.
I am in space.
Jill, you are in space. Yes, you are in space. Mm-hmm. And my friend Hanu here says hi to you. He says hello.
They're frozen in time, those poor 3 people. They're frozen upside down.
I had to keep them, I had to sedate them.
Because you're doing okay upside down. You're not getting any problems because you're in space. And
I don't have any hair.
The blood's not rushing to your head like it would if you were upside down on the gravitational Earth.
That's because I am from Wakanda. And I have the gifts of my king.
Do they mine for diamonds in Wakanda?
Every day digging. I'm tired, but I can't rest.
Every day they have tires?
I'm every day digging.
You're digging graves.
I'm no. That's the other man.
Donovan says you're testing for Nephilim up there.
I know that I'm tired because I dig for diamonds all day.
Okay, so you are not digging them graves.
Every day digging.
Not graves.
I'm tired. I can't rest.
Okay, we should talk to the guy that digs graves. What's he doing?
Let me go get him.
Multiple personalities here. Well, while we're waiting, we do actually have some news we were going to talk about.
We should not be on camera.
Oh, okay. Well, we did actually have some news we were going to talk about. Hold on.
Yes. I think we do have some news.
I have to fix my background again. So you go ahead and talk about whatever you want to talk about.
We have news to talk about today. And I think Bunny Griggs might make an appearance.
And who is that?
The Reverend Bunny Griggs.
So not everybody watches your channel, so you have to introduce people.
Reverend Bunny Griggs does a segment on my channel about What You Talking About, Willis, with me, Linty Stills. No. No, Linty still talks like this. And Bunny Griggs, he's the Reverend Bunny Griggs. And he has a segment on I Am Awake show. And he talks about a song called A Drip Too Hard.
Good song.
Drip too hard. Drip too hard.
If you want to hear the full lyrics, you're going to have to go to Shawn's channel, which is the Ninja Scroll channel, a.k.a. Bunny Griggs, a.k.a. Linty Stills, a.k.a. Wakanda Man. And you're going to have to just see it there and hear it there.
But don't stand too close. You're going to mess around and ruin this wave.
Well, what does the Reverend have to say about Whoopi Goldberg?
Snooky Coltrane?
Yeah, no, what's her real name? Carrie Ann Miller?
Yes, Carrie. Carrie.
It was something like that.
It's Carrie something Johnson. What is it? Carrie.
It's Carrie Ann Miller.
Is Carrie Ann Miller.
She's looking good these days. She's looking healthy. She looks like a healthy young 23-year-old. Her name's Karen.
It's Karen something Johnson.
Miller.
No.
Karen Johnson Miller.
Oh, here it is. Hold on. It's Karen Elaine Johnson.
Karen Elaine Johnson.
It's Snooky Coltrane's real name.
That is Snooky's real name.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Well, anyway, she has decided that the hologram cost was whites against whites. That's what she had to say about it.
The wits.
It was the wits against the wits, that they're not a different race, she said.
Wit versus wit.
Which I thought was strange, because I was sure that she was one of them because she is a Goldberg.
But that is not her real name. Snooky Coltrane.
Snooky Coltrane Goldberg.
No, it's not. Her name is Karen Elaine.
And that is
Johnson.
Pure appropriation.
Well, yes, it is appropriation. She's trying to. Who else did that? Wasn't that Elizabeth Warren that did that too? And our good friend, since it is Black History Month, I think we need to give a shout out to Rachel Dolezal. Rachel Dolezal, yes.
Yeah, a long time African American hero.
All y'all from Africa.
I'm so glad that you feel that way, because I would like reparations, please.
All y'all.
So I'm going to need some reparations, especially now that I'm from Africa in outer space.
You want some reparations. Bunny Griggs says, I am a Reverend Bunny Griggs, and you want a reparations.
You're starting to sound like Bugs Bunny.
I drip too hard. Don't stand too close.
What does it mean to drip too hard, Bunny Griggs?
I forgot that. And I'm not. I don't sound like a Bugs Bunny. It's more like the Rooster Man that was in the Bugs Bunny cartoons. You see, a Bugs Bunny. I forgot to ask my son, who is the one that tells me all of the things about drip too hard. See, because don't stand too close. You might mess around and ruin this wave. Bad little vibe. She's on my mind. Yeah, she's on my mind. By the end of the night, another movie getting made.
And there's Hanu. Hey, Hanu. And Jill and Samson.
Hello.
Jill looks like she's about to say something.
You talking about me?
Yeah, Jill, what's up?
I don't know what's happening to me. Hello.
But here we have Carrie Ann Miller Johnson.
I almost believed it for a second when you said that. I was going to say yes.
And her ex-boyfriend, Ted Danson. And this is a nice, he's just doing a minstrel show.
Wait a minute, were they really dating?
Yeah. Back then when he did this, they were dating. Yep.
What's wrong with Ted?
Well, apparently, if you look at him, you can see what could be wrong with him. He likes minstrel shows. And obviously she does too because she's smiling. But that's okay. Oh, by the way, in code, I'm going to tell you guys that I absolutely do not believe 6 million J-O to the O to the S died in this event. But regardless, you cannot say anything bad about the J to the O to the O's because you'll get canceled for 2 weeks even if you're black.
Right. You might trip too hard.
She
trips too hard. Don't stand too close.
I can tell even from space that she's dripping too hard.
And by the end of the night, another movie gets made. What is happening?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go here.
I have to keep Bunny Graves away.
And I'm gonna not share. I'm gonna not share. Oh, there we go. Discord. As you can see, effective immediately. ABC suspended Whoopi Ann Miller for 2 weeks. Snooki Coltrane Goldberg for her hurtful comments. And she's apologized though, so even some president of the ADL feels like that's good enough.
Well, I heard her apology. I think it was on Stephen Colbert. I don't know if you brought that up, but she half apologized.
Let's see. Carrie Ann Miller apologizes. Let me find it.
Stephen Colbert, I think she was on.
Apology. Well, you gotta spell these things right, because if you don't spell them right, you can't find them.
That's right.
That's right.
And if you don't spell them right, you can't find them either.
By the way, if you're just joining us, we are in outer space. I am a satellite, but Shawn is on the ISS.
Yes. With Hanu.
And Samson. And
Jill.
I don't think she does it on Stephen Colbert.
What's she doing on?
Well, hold on. Oh, that video is not available. Well, that's curious. Let's see. That video is private. Nobody wants me to see anything. Well, I guess we don't get to see her apology. It seems like it's been taken down.
I just watched it last night.
They
must have just took it down.
They have taken this apology down.
Because like I said, she had no. What she said was, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but she said,
I found it. I done found it. You ready?
Yeah.
Apologizing after her comments about the Holocaust.
It's not actually her apologizing. They're just talking about her apologizing.
They might play it.
I mean, it's about the Holocaust, the killing of 6 million people, but that didn't bother you. But the naked.
I'm not sure that they don't use the naked part as a kind of a canard to throw you off from the fact that they don't like history that makes white people look bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is white people doing it to white people.
Yeah.
So this is, y'all go fight amongst yourselves. The Holocaust isn't about race. No. It's not about race.
It is. Well, they consider Jews a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's. It upset a lot of people, which was never, ever my intention. I thought we were having a discussion because I feel, being black, when we talk about race, it's a very different thing to me. Mm-hmm. So I said that I felt that the Holocaust wasn't about race.
Her excuse is it's not about mute button sticking.
Keep going.
Her excuse is it's not about race because she's black, but okay.
And people got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the the mail from folks and the very real anger, because people feel.
Don't you think she's looking very healthy?
She's very attractive.
Very good looking, healthy.
I think Lindsay might want to be with her.
No.
Isn't that right, Lindsay?
All right.
Goodbye.
Oh, no, Lindy. Okay.
Feel very differently. But I thought it was a salient discussion because as a black person, I think of race as being something that I can see. So I see you and I know what race you are. And the discussion was about how I felt about that. I felt that it was really more about man's inhumanity to man and how horrible people can be to people.
Tan, like a really, really good tan. Could she see my race?
Exactly. I was going to say that. Does skin color determine race? Or is race, are we all one race?
Or if there
ethnicities?
Is your ethnicity based in your DNA?
Yeah, that sounds more likely the case.
Well, if you guys, I know that there's echoing, but if I can't mute myself constantly, so there's going to be some echoing. But when I do mute myself, that will take away the echo. What happens is I often forget to unmute myself after I've been muted, so I'm playing with it the best I can. So apologies. Play the rest of this.
If you want to, because she does say what she does is she doesn't actually apologize. I can just tell you, she doesn't actually apologize. She goes, "You guys have written me some mean things, and I you," and that's all she says.
She said, basically, "You've written me some mean things, and what?"
And I hear you.
Okay, so there was never an "I'm sorry."
It was never like I'm sorry for what I said. Right, exactly.
Oh well, if we were to call someone right now, we would have the best reception ever. Do you know why?
Because we are in outer space.
Landline from the moon. And right now, since I am a satellite, I can actually call with satellite specialty technology, especially after I just fixed my satellite wing on my spacewalk, because now I can call anywhere on the globe.
On the globe. Now, you just fixed a satellite. You fixed your own wing while flying 17,000 miles an hour.
It's not windy up here. We're in a vacuum.
I'm trying to understand how I go on spacewalks outside of this great, beautiful ISS. Jill, wait a minute. I'm talking. Outside of this beautiful ISS, while I'm traveling 17,000 miles an hour.
Well, here's the thing, okay? When you're out here in this vacuum, which usually vacuums suck wind, but somehow they don't blow wind, and you don't get sucked away as long as you keep that attachment to your spaceship. I think, you got your little cord that you got, so I think you will not get sucked away in the vacuum. But I won't get sucked away because I am a satellite.
You are a satellite, and I am attached to you. In a way, we are. Oh, yes. But not in a way that they think. But it kind of makes sense now. Well, like somebody said in the chat when we first started, they were talking about how a vacuum builds up pressure when it's enclosed. Didn't somebody say something like that? Doesn't that remind you of a soda bottle? When you shake it up, the gas builds up pressure. And if you open up the cap, whoosh, it shoots out. Right? Leads me to believe that we are in a dome.
That's right.
Because there is air pressure in airplanes, right?
I believe there is some kind of air pressure, yes.
Yes. And as you get higher and higher, okay, we're not going to get into it. Let's go. I know we got more news to do, but maybe I'll do this on my network. I'll get into some crazier stuff.
I thought you were going to tell us about this, how the space station flies around the globe.
Well, you are right now. This is you. You are flying. Yes, you're the satellite.
I'm a satellite. You're the ISS. You're on the ISS.
I almost said something that would have came out very bad, so I didn't say it.
Not sure what you mean.
We'll discuss later. Okay. So anyway, you are the satellite, and according to them, you fly. This whole thing is incorrect because according to their own math and their own writings, they say that you fly along the border. Not the border, I'm sorry, the equator. You are flying, you're supposed to be flying along the equator, and you can only incline or decline 51.6 degrees longitude or latitude.
And wait, right? Okay. But I'm in a certain orbit. I have to get in an orbit, which tells me that there's a place you have to be to start orbiting.
Well, you have to be, your orbit is it's an equator, an orbital of the equator. So your orbit is along the equator, and you can incline from off the equator orbit at up to 51.6 degrees, but that's it. And you can decline 51.6 degrees.
How do I do that in a vacuum?
Because the vacuum, see, is eradicated, okay, to the last minute of the suffocation. Okay? That's my jail talk.
You were in jail and now you get to be on the ISS? Are they sending prisoners up there?
Well, it's almost like cops that have sex with dogs. And she said, oh, it's almost like cops that can have sex with a dog. A man can have sex with a dog, okay? And then go get a job as a cop.
As a deputy, no less.
He's moral. Okay? He's a very moral man. So me being in jail, okay, for 45 years, I'm allowed to come out of jail, into the space station, which is like jail, but it's a space jail. Okay?
It's like jail, but you got Hanu and Jill and Samson.
Yes, I have conjugal visits. And it's like jail, but different. Okay?
And I'm actually traveling with Elon Musk's satellites and his space car. Have you seen the space car?
I actually was hitchhiking one day out here because I the line that you said I was attached to, when I was out fixing stuff on the ISS, okay, my line broke off. Jill, okay, please. My line broke. Stop laughing, Hanu. My line broke off. Elon Musk saw me floating. I was scared. I thought I was going to die out here. And Elon scooped me up. I was hitchhiking. I had my thumb out like this. It's like that. And
Did somebody pick you up?
Some man in a car. I was like, I didn't know what this was going on. I'm like, when Hickory Farms you going out here? You know? He said, I'm Elon Musk.
Obviously.
And that was the end of my story.
Obviously, that's Elon Musk out there.
And that's the end of my story. What's got to say about that?
Well, here is Elon Musk's car in space. See? Since you see it there.
I was in that seat next to him.
That's Elon Musk, or that's just a plastic dude?
That's Elon. He said hi to me.
Something's going to happen here, I think. Oh, what's that? Did you see that? That was weird. What was that?
What was that?
No, this car is in space. You need to ask Jill and Hanu and Samson about this, because I thought this car was in space, but something happens here that makes me think not.
Well, they said that what you're looking at is not what it is. Okay?
Okay.
Stop thinking that what you see is truth. Just...
Okay. So I didn't just see some kind of other background flash before my very eyes.
No, you didn't see that. No, that's not possible.
There it was
What
again.
you saw was a glimpse. Okay? It was a glimpse of reality. It was a camera trick that was these tinfoil hat people are putting out here to discredit our mission in the ISS or the ASS. I mean ISS.
I get it now. Okay. Look there. Oh, that was weird, right?
No, that wasn't weird.
Okay, so he's definitely his car's in outer space.
Yes, I have to get to your level here. Let me see if I can move up. I think I'm a little too hard. There we go. I'm dripping too hard.
If Earth were truly and constantly spinning eastward over 1,000 miles an hour, then during the Red Bull stratosphere dive, Felix Baumgartner, spending 3 hours ascending over New Mexico, should have landed 2,500 exactly. And if I jump up in the air, I should be able to travel as I jump many miles.
I don't understand why I have to fly to see you in Montana when I could have just jumped, like that was suggested to us by Tiffany Day on Facebook.
Right. You know, and just get in, instead of an airplane, just get in a helicopter and stay in one spot till the Earth spins, and then quickly land, though, because it is moving fast.
Well,
I know.
They said.
You can jump out of the helicopter and you can say, you can be out there looking for your spot, and he's going to say, okay, get ready to jump. Here it comes, because you're not flying to it. You're waiting for the Earth to come to you. And so, okay, here it comes. Ready? Jump now.
And you can land at the exact spot you want to land at. Now that's what was said about you flying around the Earth. They were saying that
I'm a satellite, just to remind everybody.
Yes, you are a satellite, and they were saying that. Well, actually, me inside of my ISS.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with Elon
ISS,
Musk. I'm one of his satellites.
Right. I'm in this ISS that's flying 17,000.5 miles an hour around the Earth, and they say that you can see me in my ISS at Australia tonight at 8:30, but you only get 2 minutes, so you better get out there. I'm only gonna be visible for 2 minutes.
Wait a minute. Am I going to need one of those telescope things that people keep telling me I must have never looked through?
Oh, you can't afford a telescope. That's not good.
Can't afford the kind of telescope I need to actually see outer space, right?
No, exactly. The only telescope you can afford are ones that can see birds. or what we call binoculars here in outer space.
Oops, my bad. Sorry, everybody.
That was not you to me. That was me. I opened up the space window on the ISS, and the vacuum created that echo.
Anytime you guys hear an echo, it's Shawn's fault, or Jill's, or Hanu's, or Samson's.
Mainly Hanu, because he's in charge of that. Over here. You're in charge of that.
Wherever he is.
He's in charge of the window. What's wrong with you?
We have a video here about facial recognition from the eye. The good guys of the eye are... They're very good guys. And they want to tell us in this video that you sent, so I should play it, right?
Yeah. This is serious here. Check this out.
Major backlogs aren't the only concern for taxpayers this year. Fox Business Network's Jerry Willis reports on the IRS's new plan on a facial recognition requirement to access your data.
A new program being launched by the IRS will require you to scan your face and provide other personal data in order to be able to access your online tax data. The IRS hiring a third-party company, ID.me, as gatekeeper to verify filers' identity, claiming facial recognition is the most secure way to file. Charles Rettig, IRS Commissioner, saying this: identity verification is critical to protect taxpayers and their information. The IRS has been working hard to make improvements in this area, and this new verification process is designed to make IRS online applications as secure as possible. But taxpayer trust in the IRS is extremely low, due in part to scandals like the targeting of Tea Party groups by the IRS in 2013, leading some to question whether the information gathered by ID.me will be shared with the nation's largest tax collector or other federal agencies. ID.me says the IRS doesn't see biometrics. It's simply confirmation that the person is legitimate. Listen.
We match a selfie to the photo on your government ID. It's called one-to-one matching. It's what you do every time you unlock your smartphone. We want to be crystal clear that we do one-to-one matching. We're not doing any type of surveillance programs or anything of that nature.
He added that the only case in which information from the company's scans might be shared with federal agencies is in the cases of fraud, when a scammer is posing as a taxpayer. Now, with Monday being the first day that 2021 tax returns will be accepted, the IRS is facing a critical tax season. Just before Christmas, the agency still had 6 million unprocessed returns from last year. And President Biden has made moves to increase their workload by looking at digital payment apps. By June, facial recognition will be the only way to log into IRS.gov. That's where people check in on child tax credit updates and online payment updates. It's a long way to go for an agency whose some of their processing equipment is 40 years old. Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
They're going to be able to tell male from female. Uh-oh, somebody's outside my satellite. I need to go check on that. Would you... Why don't you talk about this while I go check on the doorbell on my satellite?
You got it. Yeah, I think it's, if you guys listen to that, you can see that what they're trying to do is tracking us all over, but this time with facial recognition. So we got the IRS. Eventually, this is going to end up turning to be something that we have to do, I believe, something that we're going to have to do when you do your taxes. In order to get your tax money, you got to verify who you are. Because that's what this is right now. Right now, this is only for transactions like for small businesses like myself. And I'm going to end up having to do something like this. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing because I have a small business and I have to report my taxes every 4 months, report that I'm paying. So it'll be for stuff like that. It'll be for if you wanted to get tax transcripts, which some people have to do in order to, when you do an amendment on your taxes, sometimes you have to get a tax transcript. And so you're going to have to use your photo ID, and you always had to use your photo ID, but now they're going to want to see your face on that for facial recognition for that as well. So, I mean, in my opinion, it's going to be too, when you do your taxes, they're going to have to, you got to scan your face and match it up and all that. But as you heard the guy say in the video, don't worry, we're not going to use it for it.
Don't worry, they're not going to use it for anything unless they're worried about fraud. But I want to show you what I got here in outer space. Oh, you're going to like this. Look where it was made.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so just fresh to my satellite, my soda stream.
We talked about that, didn't we?
Yes, so now I can enjoy carbonated beverages on my satellite.
Yes, that sounds interesting. Look at your face. I'm sorry.
Well, it's very exciting. You know, there's a lot of alone time up here on your satellite when you're just, I mean, I am with other satellites, but we can't really talk. We have to stay in a straight line, and we have to go one direction. And, you know, I can wave to people on the ground when I go by. You know, I do my little mirror things. I flip them. But, you know, other than that, I just got to hang out alone. So now I get to have carbonated beverage while I'm up here.
You don't communicate with other satellites?
We're not allowed to.
What do you take pictures on? You spying on people. You're a spy.
I would never do anything like out of Enemy of the State where I would go in and look at people since probably the 1970s, with my balloons. I mean, I'm not on a balloon. I'm actually flying.
I was going to ask
space.
you that. I was just going to ask you that.
There's no balloons out there. What are you talking
about? How many cell phone communications do you transmit?
Thousands. So
you have nothing to do with the landlines that are, or the lines that are underneath the water. What do they do in the oceans? All of this
speak to that. I live in outer space, but what I can do is I can drop your call in the middle of town. It's hilarious. I love to do that to people.
Can the Popo pinpoint where I'm at by using a triangular model from satellite to satellite, using the cell phone data, using your cell phone data, not the cell phone towers, but your cell phone data?
Yes, they can triangulate you anywhere on the globe at any time.
Using your cell phone data?
Oh, sure.
Like the data you collect in your satellite.
Is this a trick question?
Oh, questions are trick questions.
I have to move your name because you keeps doing this.
We're in space now. It's floating.
Oh my God! He's trying to eat his name. I think people are gonna leave. Nobody wants to watch this.
Nobody wants to watch me eat Shawn. That didn't come out correctly.
Hold on. We've got something about a Golden Corral brawl.
Ooh.
Breaking news. There was a buffet brawl. Let's see what this is about.
This is Jim Gardner. That guy right there. He's Jim. Look at his hair. Pet his hair. Go ahead. Are you going to play Jim?
Continue to investigate an all-out brawl in Bensalem, Bucks County. They call themselves America's #1 buffet, the Golden Corral. But Friday night, it seemed like America's #1 free-for-all. More than 36 people were throwing fists and even throwing some chairs. Action News reporter Walter Perez is live outside the Golden Corral on the 1400 block of Street Road in Bensalem. Walter, what is the latest on all of this?
Well, Jim, we just did a Zoom interview with someone involved in that fight. Now, there's always two sides to a story, sometimes three, but Alexis Rios did give us really good insight into exactly what happened. Action News spoke with one of the people at the center of this melee that erupted inside the Golden Corral in Bensalem this past Friday afternoon. Alexis Rios says it started over a misunderstanding regarding a piece of steak. Rios says the person in front of him became angry with the cook because Rios received his steak first.
He's trying to understand what you want. He's trying to give you what you want. I had a rare steak, which is a lot faster to cook than a well-done steak. That's why I got my steak first.
And Rios thinks part of the reason things escalated so quickly is because everyone was wearing masks. And he believes the people involved had a hard time understanding what the others were saying.
With COVID right now, mask and everything, nobody can hear nobody.
They're using high chairs to hit each other.
He said it started because everybody has on masks. We can't understand what we're saying.
Body sometimes.
He was trying to tell the dude that he got his steak first because my steak was rare. So my steak is cooked before yours because it's rare. But dude couldn't understand him because his mask was on.
Because he had a mask on and he couldn't understand that. And so why not hit him with a high chair then?
Let's start fighting.
Cooks behind there are talking. Nobody can hear nobody. You have to speak up loud.
Next thing you know, he says, that misunderstanding erupted into an all-out brawl.
I grabbed a chair to defend myself, and then sooner or later, that was it. Punches were getting thrown, chairs were getting thrown. You name it, you can call it cups, glasses, everything, you name it.
Officials from this Golden Corral franchise released a statement regarding the melee, reading in part, "We notified the local authorities and they are investigating the incident. Thankfully, no serious injuries have been reported. The safety of our guests and our coworkers is our top priority." And Rios admits he is amazed everyone walked away relatively unscathed.
Nobody was on the ground. Nobody got hurt. I got a bruise on my nose. My brother got a black eye. My brother got a lifted nail, and that was it.
Oh my goodness.
I want to get into a fight like that sometime just because I want to understand how that even happens. How do you get to where you're throwing high chairs at people?
How did everybody get involved? How did everybody get involved? If it was just two people that were arguing. So everybody started playing.
It was over a rare steak, y'all. But pretty soon, high chairs were flying.
I just don't understand. When I found this, because this is in Philly, well, Ben Salem, which is not far from Philly. I'm right 15 minutes from Philly. So this was on my local news station. So when I saw this, I was cracking up.
There it is. There is the high chair. This guy was going for it. See, let's watch that again. Whoops, I didn't go back far enough. This high chair. Look! Oh, high chair.
But you got to ask, like you said, how did everybody get involved?
Well, when you need to throw a high chair, then there you go. Whoa!
Why are they doing this?
Chris Tompkins makes a really good point that people will be fighting over red meat in another 12 months or so because we're not going to have any. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've got a cow. I've got a friend with a cow. He's willing to share. So there's some meat, but I don't know how long that'll last.
That's funny. Well, there will be red meat. It just won't be natural. It's going to be
yes, there will be plenty of cockroach meat to be shared around the globe.
I think I have a story about what they're making. Ooh. Keep going. You'll see it. There's another story about what we just talked about.
There it is. Air protein. Air protein.
I don't know. I think you can. I don't know if there was a video because I just found this out last night, like right before I went to bed. I was doing a little, leftover research, whatever, and then this popped up.
We make meat from air.
When I saw this, I said, "This is insane. What is happening here?"
Rolando says, I hope they took the baby out of the high chair. Yes, they did say that no one was injured seriously. So no babies were harmed in the production of that fight in the very fancy Golden Corral buffet. I also wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but look at my screen. Notice anything that you won't see on your own? I have a thumbs down feature where you can see all the thumbs down.
So please, thumbs down us.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Because I'll be able to see it.
Hit the thumbs down button.
Crafting the world's first air meat, turning elements in the air into sustainable protein. They're turning air into protein. Okay.
It's just madness.
A video.
Is there a video? Okay, let's watch. I haven't seen none of this, so.
We will need to feed 10 billion people by 2050, and we need to do it in a way that uses minimal land, minimal resources, and is not a threat to our climate. We invented an entirely new process. We're making meat from air, and we're focused on giving consumers a meat alternative that does not require a compromise between taste, nutrition, and climate threat. We were inspired by the scientists at NASA during the space program who worked on ways to feed astronauts during long space journeys. We then cracked the code on how to make meat
You
from
are an
elements of the air.
inspiration to this
We
protein.
use cultures to convert elements of the air that we breathe, and water and electricity, into a protein that we then apply culinary techniques to in order to make any type of meat analog. We've gotten good feedback so far. For instance, with the air chicken, if we hadn't told them that it wasn't chicken made from an animal, they would not have known. And our protein has no hormones, no antibiotics, no herbicides, no pesticides. It's free from all that. It would take a soy farm the size of Texas.
Not if it's made from chemtrail air.
From an air protein farm the size of Walt Disney World. Our unique way of making protein allows us to scale vertically, and our air farms can create protein day or night, rain or shine, in any climate, and basically in any geography. And that ultimately allows us to make meat that is not only delicious, but is nutritious and great for the planet. And we can make protein.
None of that
in a
looks like
matter of
meat to
hours.
me.
I see air protein as not only impacting the future of meat by creating a whole new
That
way
doesn't look
of
like
making
meat to
meat,
me.
one that uses minimal resources, minimal land, and does not emit massive amounts of greenhouse gases is being done today, but also inspiring the innovators of tomorrow and letting them know that they can do the same, that we can actually solve this problem of climate change, this problem of deforestation. These are all things that we can solve. We just need to focus our innovative energies to coming up with those solutions.
She was doing the same thing. Air protein.
You know what? This is going to take away from my joke that I have with my kids where they won't tell me what they want to eat. And I say, would you like a bowl of air?
Sure. Make mine rare.
Yes, I would like a bowl of air, please. I'll have the
mine
chicken
rare.
flavored. The chicken is medium rare.
You can't use that no more.
Wrong. It's wrong what they're doing to us. I want to be able to have my stupid joke about, if you don't know what you'd like, would you like a bowl of air? And now they're going to say, why, yes, give me the burger flavored bowl of air. Thank you. Does not look like meat to me in this picture. I don't know about you.
No, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like rubber, a rubbery substance.
Looks like a sea animal.
I want to know who tried this.
You did, because you were the inspiration. Ask Jill, ask Hanu, and ask Samson.
Which one of y'all did that? Which one of y'all Negroes did that?
I think it was Jill.
Oh, Jill, I can't marry her. She did that.
It's over. If she's gonna have air meat.
I'm gonna have to go back to you. Okay.
Well, all right, I guess.
Here, here's a kiss.
Let's see if there's any more pictures of this appetizing air meat. Oh, this is a nice visual. Oh, we're moving. Oh, carbon negative, earth positive. Agriculture. She was saying they make it out of the air, but what about the contrail air? It's not chemtrails, it's contrails. What about all those contrails that stay up in the air for 4 to 5 hours?
They say, like you said, it doesn't have any. What's some of the stuff that didn't have in it? GMOs and all the stuff that it didn't have in it. But what does it have in it?
It probably has some barium and some lithium
Did you just say B? You didn't just say barium, did you? I need me some barium.
Barium and lithium to make you more compliant and complicit.
Yes.
Brian says air burgers they taste great and are less filling. Yes, taste great, less filling.
Yes, good one, Brian. They are less filling, and they taste great.
Will there be human DNA in these particular air burgers? Because I know McDonald's already does that, and are we going to be able to replace the McDonald's burger? I mean, you guys should know. You're the astronauts that inspired this.
Well, our burgers are made from burgers, okay? And there will be human DNA in the air burgers because every time you breathe or sneeze, well, you know what? I'll tell you what's going to be in the air burgers. COVID.
Yay! That is so good. I knew it was going to be that is so great. That is such good news. If you want a novel crown virulent disease, you can have it when you eat our air meat. Eat our air meat. Eat our air meat. It takes 4 days to produce. Only 4 days. Soy takes 3 months. Chicken.
Who is calling me, and what is your purpose?
Takes 5 months. And beef.
They called me twice. You drip too hard.
And beef takes 2 years. Air protein, only 4 days. 4 days for your air burger.
4 days. Just 4 days. And on top of it, you can get COVID and then build immunity. Natural immunity.
Don't forget to get your jabs, though. Yes, you do. You still need them. How dare you?
You can still don't get the snake bite.
Need 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8, maybe 9 or 10 jabs.
You get all this right.
And you eat our air meat, and you will have complete immunity. Yes.
Because we will put the 6-foot killer in the air meat. This is all coming. It's all making sense now. You got Bill Gates buying up all the farmland, making lab meat. We're making air meat with 6-foot killer in it. All you gotta do is get 9 snake bites. You add that all together, and you got immunity.
You might need 10 or 11, but you just gotta eat the air meat. Eat the air meat.
Can you believe we're saying eat air meat?
It's made from air. Look at it. Look at how good this looks. This looks delicious.
Who would not want some air meat? You know what? Give me a round of air meat on the house. I'm sending air meat to all of the people in the chat room. Let's do a contest. The first person in the chat room that can say air meat 7 times will win a package of air meat.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily buying it for you, but we're going to get a hold of air meat and we're going to have them send it to you. I'm sure they will, because they need to get the air meat out there, especially because it's filled with the FOVID. And we need you to eat that.
Yes. As a matter of fact, this show is sponsored by air meat.
And Pfizer.
And Pfizer. In case you guys didn't know, this show is sponsored by Pfizer.
Yes.
And air meat.
And air meat. And the ISS.
Yes.
And Elon Musk.
What do you want? Okay, I had to quiet him down for a minute.
Oh, is that Hanu again?
Yes. He keeps messing with the windows. He's trying to make air meat right now. But there's no air. There's no air up here. I keep telling him.
Designed by NASA.
I know. That's what he's trying to make. He's trying to make some now. I knew. There is no air up here.
And when you said you guys were doing science.
Well, yes. On the walls, though.
What does that mean?
Because if you watch that lady give you a tour of the ISS, I don't know if you've ever seen that video.
Let's find it.
But yeah, I can send it to you. But she's doing a tour of the ISS, and she says, over here, you can see our science projects on this wall, and there's science on this wall. Want me to send it to you?
Find it first. It's a lady doing it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I see 4 videos here. Station tour with harmony, tranquility, and unity. I don't know if those are people or what.
or a rock band. or what's that? Or a boy band, whatever.
There's a station tour with Destiny, Columbus, and Kibo. There's Hanu.
That's what I'm doing with these guys. It's always 3.
There's a tour with Coppola, and Leonardo.
There's no woman one?
There. Do you tell me? There's harmony, tranquility, unity, Destiny, Columbus, Kibo, Coppola, and Leonardo, and Zariah and Zavida. Zavezda.
There was one with just one woman. I don't know who these other people are. I don't know, but I'm going to find it.
Hello,
it's right here.
I'm Sunny Williams. I'm up here on the International Space Station.
That's it.
So this is Node 2. This is a really cool module. Of course, most of these modules you'll see they have 4 sides, and they're put together. That way we could sort of work on a flat plane, either a wall, a floor, another wall, or the ceiling. But, you know, again, all you have to do is turn yourself and your reference changes. The reason I'm bringing that up is because this is where 4 out of 6 of us sleep. And so people always ask about sleeping in space. Do you lie down? Are you in a bed? Not really, because it doesn't matter. You don't really have the sensation of lying down. You just sit in your sleeping bag. So here's one sleep station right here. I'm going in right now. You can follow me
Oh,
if you
you
want.
see her hair is standing straight up, right?
And moving around as she moves around.
Right. Now, when she flips out, she's going to flip upside down. Wouldn't her hair go the opposite way when she flips upside down? Or why does gravity, supposedly gravity, keep pulling it down the same way it is? Just watch, you'll see.
So I'm inside. It's sort of like a little phone booth, but it's pretty comfy. I've got a sleeping bag right here that we sleep in, so we don't have sort of like a little bit of a cover. We don't fly all over the place. But you know, you can sleep in any orientation. I have it sleeping, feeling like I'm standing up right now, but like you saw, I'm on the floor. But it doesn't matter if I turn over and I sleep upside down. I can't
see her hair is still doing the same thing.
In my head that tells me that I'm upside down.
Why is that?
So it really doesn't matter. The sleep station is also like a little office. We've got a computer in here. As you can see, we've got a couple little toys. I've got some books. I've got some clothes and other things that make it sort of like home. I'm coming out.
Coming out!
And just for reference, that's one sleep station. This one's another.
Is that air on the outside of the spaceship? What is that?
When I was watching this, I'm like, what is that noise?
Right here. There's one on the ceiling, if you want to call it.
Oh my goodness.
Right here.
See, she's upside down, but her hair is still doing the same thing. Why isn't it floating the opposite way?
Wall, over here.
It doesn't move at all. It doesn't change.
So all of us sleep in a little bit of a circle. All right, come on back. There's more to show you.
We're coming with you, harmony, tranquility, and unity.
I know that there's some questions about how do you...
Expedition 33, Commander. 33.
33. You got it. RV.
Bathroom, and how do you actually live in space like normal, like at home? I mentioned real quickly about getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth and washing your face.
Oh, watch this.
Well, how do you do that? Well, here is the bathroom, essentially. You get up in the morning, and we have a little kit, and it has all the essential things that you need, like your toothbrush and toothpaste and brush. See how much better?
See, he'll stop it for a second. Go ahead. What was I gonna say?
You see how it's kind of flopping the way it's flopping? That makes me think that that's a roof, and she's doing something like this, really, and that's why it's flopping like the way it is, because it's not flopping back. I mean, it kind of flops back out, but it comes back in and then stays there. Like, I don't know.
It stays there. And my point is, when she, now you'll see my point in a second, but when she flips upside down, if her hair is like this when she's standing straight up, when she flips upside down, it should go this way, because there's no gravity pulling her hair down. It should float back up the opposite way. And the proof is, when she puts the toothpaste on her toothbrush, she's going to hold the toothpaste like this, and it's going to float up to her. So why wouldn't her hair do the same thing? Go ahead, you'll see.
Better the brush makes my hair look. I'm just joking. It still stands up straight. It doesn't matter where you are. It's always going to stand up straight while you're up in space. A lot of people ask about toothbrush and toothpaste. So, luckily enough, toothpaste, you can do it upside right this way, is sticky.
See?
And so it sticks to your toothbrush. No problem. Another cool thing is
get the toothpaste to come out onto the toothbrush the way she wanted, so she had to turn it upside down, which
upside down.
Yeah, weird.
So why did toothpaste go up this way, but not her hair when she flips upside down?
that water sticks to your toothbrush too. If you can see it, I'll have some water come out. The water is pretty neat up in space. It'll stick to your toothbrush, and it will make
look at that water.
A big bubble.
What's this?
And that's just by surface tension. And then you can...
globe of water.
It's almost like air meat.
Air meat, globe water. It's got globe water. It's proof right there.
Drink it. So a lot of people ask about what do you do with the toothpaste after you brush your teeth?
Show us. I hope she just spits a big bubble of grossness into the air.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Swallow it, and it's sort of like mouthwash, but it tastes a little gross. Or you can just spit it out in a paper towel, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Why were the bubbles flying around? They just suddenly went. Whoop.
My point, it's this is just funny. I watch this whole thing. I do a lot of watching of this space stuff just to laugh at it, but you see so many different crazy things.
Swallowing thing I wouldn't recommend at home. I'm only up here for 4 months, so it's not.
There's fluoride in it, maybe, huh?
that bad. One of the most pressing questions about living in space, of course, is the bathroom. So let's take a look at that little piece of work. Come on in.
This lady didn't do this.
Here we are.
There was another lady that did this part. She did it real nasty. She like touched stuff. This girl didn't do it the way the other lady did. But go ahead, watch this.
Awesome. You might see the little. You might have noticed the little moon on the outside. This is our Orbital Outhouse right here. And of course, it serves for 2 functions. Number 2, right here. I'll show you. But you see it's pretty small, so you have to have pretty good aim, and you be ready to make sure things get let go the right direction. And it smells a little bit, so I'm closing it up. And that's, of course, for number 2. And this guy right here is for number
1. Good aim. Why wouldn't it just float back around all over your butt? Why would it just be floating on your butt?
But this is where it gets funny because she's going to tell you why it doesn't. In a way, she's going to tell you. But like you said, if you're sitting down, unless that toilet seat has suction, like she's going to say.
Well, okay, I was like, unless it has suction, it would just be floating around all over your butt.
Well, she's going to say it. Go ahead, you'll see it.
So there's
edition 33. Let us remind you.
2 slightly separate functions, but you can do a little, essentially both, by hanging on right here and doing number 1 and number 2. I might add it's color-coded, so you really don't get it mixed up, which is nice. This is yellows for number 1.
Now, does the toilet have suction or just that?
If you're doing both at once, like what?
How are you sucking both
Why
of them?
are you doing both of them at once? What is going on here? And I feel like if that thing's got suction on there, people might be using it for more than just one thing.
The other lady had her hands all up in that. I was like, ew.
Like it's no big deal. We pee right in here. Yeah. Tap, 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 tap. And you obviously can't be washing your hands out there.
No. Mm-mm. This is just crazy.
And also, there's a selection of paper. People always ask about toilet paper. What do you do with toilet paper? What kind of toilet paper do you have? We have gloves just because sometimes it does get messy. We have some Russian wipes, which are a little bit coarse if you like the coarse type of toilet paper. We have some nice tissues, which are nice and soft if you like the soft toilet paper. We have Huggies, just for any cleanup. You know, we were all babies once, and this sort of helps. And then if things get really out of control, we have disinfectant wipes.
Out of control, but I love how she's like, we were all babies, so that's why we might use wipes. I don't know. I might use wipes because if you had like poop on your arm, would you really just wipe it off with toilet paper?
You suck it off with that yellow thing.
My point is as a human being on, I mean, I am a satellite, but when I'm Erin the human on Earth, if you had that, like, if you were cleaning up something and you got poop on your hand, you wouldn't just take toilet paper and go, that's good enough. She's acting like wipes are for babies only. I don't know.
Jill, what do you think? She doesn't have any answers.
just to make sure we clean up here. Because, you know, just like the water I showed you, the number one stuff can sort of go all over the place if you don't aim correctly. And did I mention both of these have a little bit of suction, so they should keep things going in the right direction.
Is this an enclosed bathroom or?
It's an
Okay.
Who's going to close the door?
But like I said, sometimes things get a little out of control if you are out of control yourself flying around. So
hold on.
Lots
But
of
when they
protective-
get out of control, like
It's out of control if you're a little out of control.
and so what happens? Does it go? It floats like you said. It must be all over. I mean, it's just poop floating everywhere.
Chris Tompkins says, after the Cinco de Mayo poop accidents, they said no more burritos up here.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
things can get out of control if you get out of control up here on expedition number 33.
stuff. And of course, you do have your privacy. Here's a little door.
No. If liquid is flying all over the place, that little door isn't going to keep it in.
Yes, sure it will.
No, there are gaps at the top and the bottom.
Well, this is the same as it's the same as a 6-foot killer doesn't go around the plastic things that hang off the walls in your stores.
Okay, we got to finish this up and then I got to go because it's about time to pick up the kiddos, but let's finish this video.
So other people know that you're in there. Here's a pretty cool place. This is sort of like in your house where everybody meets in the morning. After you wash your face, brush your teeth, you want to find something for breakfast. And this is our kitchen. You might notice there's all sorts of foods here. It's like opening the refrigerator. You got all your different stuff that you want to have: drinks, meats, eggs, vegetables, cereals, bread, snacks. And that's a good place. That's where you find all the candy. Side dishes, and then some little power bars just in case. So we have all this type of food. Some of it is dehydrated, and so we have to hydrate it, fill it up with water. Some
air
of it
meat!
is all ready made, and then all we have to do is heat it up. So something like this, I'm pulling out barbecued beef brisket. Pretty yummy. Not only is this food made in the U.S.,
with her
but
chin
we also
implant.
have food here from Japan. We've got Russian food. As you can see, all these
She's
red
manly.
containers are filled with food.
That's a
from
man,
Russia.
baby.
And then we get some of our specialty stuff, some things that we like, some of our favorite stuff that your family can send up. In fact, I like fluffernutters, and so I got sent up some fluff so I could make my fluffernutter with peanut butter. So you have a lot of food up here, no problem.
She just pulled that out of a bag and it just floated, but it wasn't floating out of the bag that was open.
No.
I think I've had enough. I feel like I've seen enough.
You're catching everything that I caught. I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is so stupid. How can
the bag is open, but she grabs it out and it just floats and stops. Where the
Right,
water
but
suddenly shot out. The water was like
toothpaste just floated up to the toothbrush? Ooh.
not working this way. Let me try it this way. Oh, there it goes.
Ooh.
And don't worry if you get crazy in here, because as some people do, we've got a door with gaps everywhere where your pee can fly out at any time, just like the water just shot out. Well, come on, people. That she might be on one of those airplanes that's doing that thing where they get their zero gravity for a while. I don't know.
That's all this is. That's all this is. How do you think that they make these videos? They have zero gravity chambers.
Well, and sometimes they're just
Well,
just on
no
wires.
Such thing as gravity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just wires, but the zero gravity chamber is a farce anyway, because there's no such thing as gravity. It's just I don't know, they take the weight off of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a zero gravity chamber because gravity isn't real. It's just your weight. So they I don't know how they do it, but there's a way that they disperse your weight so that you can float.
Electromagnetic forces that smarter people know more about than I do, so I won't try to explain it, but certainly there's lots of good videos about that electromagnetic forces and not some tug of gravity from the earth spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
That's drawing everything to it rather than throwing everything off of it.
Well, you know what? I know we did have some other stuff, but we're going to have to save that till we only had two other things, coping with stress, but we can save that for the next time that we do our Erin and Shawn News Talk. What do you say? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I enjoyed this one. I liked it on the news shows. I like having fun.
It is fun to be in outer space. You know, it's okay to have a good time in space once in a while, but you just be careful with your pee tube and your poop tube.
Jill?
She's the one that gets crazy.
Yeah, we get crazy up here, don't we, Jill?
All right, well, with that, we're going to sign off with a song. It's time for me to pick up my kiddos, and we're going to go hang out for a bit with my folks and, you know, just chill like we do in outer space all together.
Anu? Samson?
Say goodnight, fellas.
You're not talking. Okay.
They're still frozen. All right, well, thanks, Shawn. We're going to close out with the song. Peace out, everybody.
Right. Please, God bless.
To stabilize the population. When I was born, there were what's wrong with the population? I mean, with too many people. That's why we have global warming. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff. But if there were less people, they'd be using less stuff.
We interrupt this program for an important bulletin.
They want to depopulate the earth, kill the kids in the womb before the birth, send troops off the war bombs, killing civilians, death through the range in the hundreds of millions, same-sex marriage legal in each state. How in the world can they procreate? Make homosexuality normal and fun. It's the UN's plan, Agenda 21. Yo, if the club of Rome globalists for depopulation, Bill Gates kill them all with vaccinations, abortion, legal Planned Parenthood stations, humanicide, Margaret Sanger's of the nation, twisted morality, Jacques Cousteau, over 300 grand a day got to go. Walls all over, you can see blood flow. Soldiers return home with the tag on toe. It's their plan to stabilize the world population through healthcare, euthanasia, and starvation. Slowly, with anticipation, Prince Philip, World Wildlife Foundation. See just how deep the whole plan goes, done easily, right up under our nose. Big addition, the human life has no worth. Save the trees and the animals first. First of the earth to depopulate the earth, kill the kids in the womb before the birth, send troops off the war bombs, killing civilians, death through the range in the hundreds of millions, same-sex marriage legal in each state. How in the world can they procreate? Make homosexuality normal and fun. It's the UN's plan, Agenda 21. CO2 line 10, turn the world vision. Too many people in the world are living. Eugenics, the plan and the one world mission. Save the earth is the lie they're giving. Got people on their knees praying in trees and carved out rocks. Dave Foreman called us a disease. Human pox as bombs drop and kill off blocks and blocks of civilians. When will the murderers stop? Georgia Godstone, leave room for nature. TV programs used to captivate ya. Balls in the game is what they want to make ya. Ask Evan Planker, he won't debate ya. GMO foods and seeds, poison plants and feed lobbyists of the government filled with greed. David Rockefeller, globalist, one world creator, setting up the plan for the world dictator. Depopulate the earth, kill the kids in the womb before the birth, send troops off the war bombs, killing civilians, death through the range in the hundreds of millions, same-sex marriage legal in each state. How in the world can they procreate? Make homosexuality normal and fun. It's the UN's plan, Agenda 21. To depopulate the earth, kill the kids in the womb before the birth, send troops off the war bombs, killing civilians, death through the range in the hundreds of millions, same-sex marriage legal in each state. How in the world can they procreate? Make homosexuality normal and fun. It's the UN's plan, Agenda 21.
And the underclass are growing. Racial justice and human rights are non-existent. They have created a repressive society, and we are their unwitting accomplices.